Yeah, hello guys. Welcome to my channel today again. This is where we talk about how you can make your marriage work. Everything you can do, the way you live in your marriage and make your marriage more successful than even you expect. So that is why we named the channel Marriage Works. Yes, if you come to my channel, we're going to teach you how you're going to make your marriage work better for you and your spouse. So, marriage and how would it work? Today, I want us to talk about, sorry, my bad. So today I want us to talk about something very, very important. But we most likely don't take it so serious. And it is going to be this is it. Yes. Look at this. I want us to talk about communication in marriage. You see, I'm not going to talk about the common communication that they preach in probably your registry, your churches, your counseling. I know those passive aggressive, and sip communication is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the kind of communication you have in your marriage. Eh, that is different from the passive aggressive, this thing that we have all been discussing in marriages. Now, let me open your eyes to something. Do you know why? It's a big question I'm going to ask you. Do you know why a lot of men are not successful, even in business? And a lot of women are not doing well in business and in their career. I'm talking about man and woman now. Why most of you are not doing well in your places of work? Do you know that your communication style in your marriage can affect your business? As a guy, or let me say as a man, let me teach you one thing you need to know today. As a man, I'm talking to guys now. You see, you're married or you are in a relationship where your spouse cannot freely and openly walk up to you at any time to discuss some even secrets with you. And you think you want to be successful in life. It might not work for you. Marriages does not have secrets, but it has boundaries. There are some secrets that, okay, I give my wife an example sometimes that if my friend keeps a secret with me, I won't say because I'm married to you, I'm going to open up the secret of my friend to you. No, that one is personal to me. But it didn't happen to me. So if it is something that happened to me, that one is not a secret. That one shouldn't be a secret between me and you. I'm going to tell you this is what has happened to me. Or this is what I've done in the past. That one is me. But not for the secret that is being kept in my hand. So the kind of communication I'm talking about is a close example. Your spouse does not know how much you are earning at work. And you are earning 370,000 naira. Before your wedding or before you married, you were earning like 270,000 naira. And you as a guy, you told the woman you wanted to marry that you are earning 70,000 naira. So for like 7 years, the woman has been managing with you on 70,000 naira. At the time you told the woman your salary was increased to 100,000 naira. Unknown to the woman that your salary was actually increased from 270 to 370,000. So now you give your wife 20,000 naira upkeep every month. And she has been managing with you for close to 7-8 years with 3 kids on your 70,000 naira that eventually moves to 100,000. I'm telling you a story. Eventually, the guy lost his job and he was sacked and he was at home. While the guy was working, the lady was always praying that God give me, even if it's 100,000 or a 70,000 naira work like my husband, so that I can assist him. 2 months into when the guy was sacked, the woman got a job. But something happened before that. Immediately the guy was sacked, the office sent a dispatch rider to deliver a letter to the guy. So the wife received the letter and she was fortunate to read some things behind the letter. So she knows her husband has been sacked already. She just wanted to read the story. And she now saw that the husband is been earning for 4 years 370,000 naira. And since they have been married, before they got married, the man has been earning 270,000 naira. The lady didn't react. Then she kept on praying. Less than a month to when her husband was sacked, she got a job and she was paid 280,000 naira for a start. As a woman, I'm throwing it out to you as a question. What would you do? Would you still open up to your husband and tell him, though you didn't tell me how much you are earning, but this is how much I'm earning? I'm leaving that out for a discussion for another day. Now, communication now. A lot of marriages die because of an incomplete communication. If you are a man or you are a woman and your spouse cannot walk up to you freely and open up to you what is happening to them, know that either you are losing them or you are losing your life. Because if you are married and you're supposed to help each other when one party is not strong, and the party that is not strong cannot even open up to the senior party or the most strong, the strength-filled party that he or she is not strong, there's already a problem. Let me make us laugh small. A lot of men are dying thinking they are enjoying out of communication lack. Why do you think a lot of children will say, I love my mommy more than my daddy? You think women are not smart? See, in 10 billion years to time, years to come, women will be more smarter than men. When you go to work, you pay for school fee, you buy food at home, you do everything, but you don't come home. And you're not ready to explain to anybody why you don't come home. Your children only see your wife as their mother. They see her cook for them, they see her bath them, they see her take them to school, they see her pick them from school, they see her do the assignment with them. Then, the offender, and she will tell them, when your father comes, I will report you. Are we not seeing it as a setup? Or don't you know that those children that are only seeing your wife because you are not ready to explain anything about your life to your spouse, those children that are only seeing your wife, they are getting to love your wife and to see your wife as more responsible to them than you, that you are providing everything. And your wife is going through a lot, but she prefers to share with her children than to share with you who is the husband. Okay, let me say there is no child, maybe the children are still young or the child is still very young. Don't you think she will look for someone else outside to share a burden with? And you come back and say your wife is cheating, or you come back and say your husband is cheating. When last have you sat each other down and say, okay, this is what I'm going through. Can you help me out? How can I do it? And you are not raising something unnecessarily out of the discussion. Some men, because you want to pass an information to your wife, and African mentality have made you to see your wife as a low-wow, something to you, I don't want to talk about it, and you prefer that you shout at her so that she will know how important that is. Your shout does not make your communication important to her. A clear communication is more important and more helpful than your screaming. Now, when you shout at your mother, your children, at your wife, your children are there, seeing you shouting at their mother. Then you now think of why the children are now grown up, they are giving birth to children. You are now a grandfather, but the children will prefer to bring their mother to them, to take care of their mother, than you. You now say your children don't love you, they love their mother more. Yes, they love their mother more, because you were not communicating to your family enough well. And your wife was already setting you up when she was saying, when your father comes, he will discipline you. Why she can also discipline them? You see the dimension of communication I'm going to. Okay, and another example of a man that was supposed to go for an interview, but because he was keeping malice with the wife, he wrote a note and dropped beside the wife, wake me by 5 a.m. I have an interview. And eventually the man woke up around 9:30 And he was mad that I told this woman to wake me by 5. While he was trying to rant, he saw a note beside him. It is 5 o'clock. Sorry, whose fault is that? The kind of communication you passed through her was what she passed to you. So you are losing a lifetime opportunity because of your unseriousness, or is there something like unwise? Foolishness. Communication in marriage has to be well detailed. There's nothing like half communication in marriage, in relationship. If you know you want your marriage to work better for you, communicate clearly to the person you are dealing with. Let them know what you are going through at work. Let them know what you are going through with your family. And note, when I'm saying communication, I'm not saying you should table your family matter in the presence of your wife or your husband. Then, after everything, you're repentant and there is a grudges that is being held against the family. No, that is not part of the communication I'm talking about. The kind of communication that will be smooth between you and your spouse is what I'm talking about. Give a clear communication to your wife on what you want her to do. Don't give her half information thinking she should be sensible enough to understand. She's not sensible enough, bros. And you, as a woman, your husband is not sensible enough until you explain to him. You cannot explain something to me and you expect me to, you cannot explain something to me halfway and you expect me to complete it. How now? If you want to communicate with me, tell me the full story so that I will know where to come in. Don't pick me halfway. Or tell me, give me a complete instruction. Don't give me an half instruction. Ladies now, let me come back to you. What I said first affects men most. Most of their wives or their spouse cannot talk to them. They are not bold enough to walk up to their husband and say, this is what is wrong with me. Now, women, come closer. Ladies, come closer. Una all say plenty. Let us be factual. You people's own is so much that your husband sometimes sees you as unreliable when it comes to communication and secret keeping. How would I keep a secret with you and I have issue with you? You are talking back my secret at me. Would you expect me to keep another secret with you? No. If I'm having issues with you and I have your secrets with me and I'm not using your secret to attack you, why then are you using my secret to attack me? If I'm discussing with you about my weakness and you're using it to attack me when there is a misunderstanding, then you are not expecting me to tell you anything about me again. I know this happens to ladies most. Because you are angry, you are aggravated at something, you want to say everything in your mind, you now overtalk. You know that a lot of men are dying in silence. And there is nobody to help them. When it comes to cheating, I will never encourage cheating. Listen, I will never encourage cheating, I will never aggravate cheating. But when it comes to cheating, some men are cheating because those ladies they are cheating with are ready to listen to them more than the wife they have at home. Take it or leave it. Some ladies, especially when they have ladies surrounding them at work, and okay, let me use Tunde as an example. Oh no, Tunde, sorry, let me use my name. A lady walks up to me today, but what's wrong with you? Don't worry, I'll be fine. A persistent question, what is wrong with you, will bring me up one day. Say, I don't know how to say it, but can I confide in you? You see, when it comes to can I confide in you, and I confide in you, that confidement or confiding, I don't know how to put it. She will now come and say, yeah, sorry. She will now come and hug me from side and put my head like this. Foul. For me, is what? For me, is gone. It's not me. I'm just saying how you lose your spouse to an opposite sex outside because of communication that is not complete in your house. Yes, how you communicate matters. How you communicate matters. Nobody is a dragon at home. Nobody is a lion at home. When it comes to a man and woman married, communication has to be done seamlessly. Let your wife know all your movements. Let your husband know all your movements. Let me give you another close example of this guy that was murdered in an hotel in Osun State. If the wife does not have the full information of how the husband has been moving, do you think it will even be detected that the guy was killed there? So a lot of men just die. And people don't know how it happened. And there's no traces of what killed them or how they died. Because the closest person to them, who is supposed to be their wife or their girlfriend, doesn't even know how they are moving. Doesn't know their movement, doesn't know their true friends. My wife knows every of my friends. My wife knows my closest friend. If I am out of work and I am not going to another work, my wife knows where I can be at a particular time of the day. How many of you as a guy can you boldly say that your wife knows your whereabouts at a particular time of the day? How many of you as a lady can you boldly say your husband knows, or your spouse, your friend, your boyfriend knows where you are at a particular time of the day? Are we getting it? A communication in marriage should be seamless and should be helpful. I don't know your movements. I don't know the difference you are keeping. I don't know anything about you. You wouldn't expect me to help you when you're in problem, because I wouldn't be able to help you. And for ladies again, it is not every communication that you have with your husband at home, every discussion that you take outside to your friends. Yes, your friends are good advisors. Yes. They are advisors, but they have not advised their own life into a good relationship. And you think they would advise you into a good relationship. Your friends that you are tabling your husband or your boyfriends or your spouses this thing to them, they are only looking for a way to better their own life. And they will not allow you to live better than them. Take it or leave it. Whatever you cannot communicate with your husband or with your spouse or with your partner, and you know that it is harmful or it is at the detriment of something, you can look for somebody, one person that your spouse respects most. Everybody has somebody, or you are dating somebody that does not have anybody he or she respects. You are far gone. Never in your life date anybody that does not have one person that he or she fears. That when you say, don't worry, I'll report you to this, okay, don't worry, I'll do it. If you are such a person that you don't have anybody that corrects you, or that can correct you, or that you're scared of, one, you can't maintain any relationship. Take it or leave it. Quote me anywhere, I am ready for the discussion. You can't maintain any relationship. And it will be very, very hard for you to maintain a workflow. Because you don't have anybody to correct you. How would your boss at work tolerate you? Or probably you are the CEO of yourself. You can't have anybody to work with you because there's nobody that corrects you. You believe you can talk to anybody anyhow, you can access anybody at any time. No, it won't work. So communication in marriage actually flows down to how you communicate with people outside. Communication in your marriage, in your relationship, would actually boil down to how you flow with other people outside. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but what I'm saying is, if you want to have a balanced life in your marriage, make sure your communication style and system is seamless. Make sure you're communicating the right thing. Make sure you're communicating, very important, a complete information, not half information. Make sure your spouse is in a position where you can share anything with him or her. That is how a communication can help you in your marriage. I understand the likes of passive communication, polite kind of communication, the aggressive communication. All those ones works. We learn those ones even in school. But I'm talking about real life situation. You might be in a fix one day and you just need one person to talk with you. If that person that will talk with you is not close to you, that's why you see a lot of people living good and they're committing suicide. because there's nobody to communicate their issues with. And you now be wondering, he has money, he's living well, why suicide? There's nobody to communicate with. Even if you are owing World Bank, suicide is not an option for you. Look for one person that understands you to talk with. Your marriage will work if you're passing a seamless communication and a complete information. Thank you very much. Don't forget to follow me on all my social media and do like, comment, share, do everything. In fact, call me to discussion. I still remain your boy, Olani Oluwabumi-Peter. And I am here. All my social media handle is scrolling on the screen. You can see it. Like all my posts, comment if you have a contrary opinion. If you have a contrary opinion, don't hesitate to share with me. You can call me on a personal discussion. You can call me on a group discussion. I am open to every discussion. If you have a contrary opinion, if you have an addition, if you have a subtraction, please feel free to walk up to me and discuss with me. And if you have questions that you believe I can answer, please walk up to me. I remain loyal to all my fans, all my friends, all my followers, all my loved ones. I remain loyal to you, and I'm here to drop everything. You will discover that everything, even if I'm giving you a topic, all my discussion is always out of the usual topic you know. Like this communication now is different from the communication we learned in school. This is the right kind of communication you need in your marriage so that you won't lose it all. So thank you very much again, once again. Please don't forget to follow, like, share on all my social media handles. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. It is very, very important to me. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and share my video, like my video, comment on my video. Thank you so much. I love you guys. Keep it going. My regards.